I'm only here for love. Good morning, CSL.
Morning.
Yeah, it's the first day of Kwanzaa, so happy Kwanzaa. And here at CSL, we have 7 core values, which are love, healing, oneness, abundance, spiritual growth, service, and diversity. And today we're going to focus on spiritual growth. So kind of bittersweet for me this morning, found out that one of my heroes, longtime heroes and teachers, Desmond Tutu, made his transition this morning. Age of 90. So, for me it's bittersweet because he did so much to teach us about spiritual growth. It is the first day of Kwanzaa, Umoja, which means unity. And one of Bishop Tutu's focus was uniting not just South Africa, but the world. From skin color to sexual orientation, it did not matter in his book. He always preached that we were one. So spiritual growth for me is understanding that I recognize your beauty, I recognize who you are, but I can see past that to recognize the spirit that lives within you. Spiritual growth allows us to be of service, allows us to show up, allows us to approach each other and not be in fear. So today, just focus in on our spiritual growth. What are you seeing and where are you seeing from? On January 8th, we have a beautiful opportunity. We're going to come together here as a community, and we're going to create a mural for Covenant House, one of our partners. So when I began this journey of understanding this oneness, I realized that I was able to serve more. And if we look at Covenant House, it's a place where those who are on the border of being house or not having a home, they can have a place to go to. We're going to ask you to join us on January 8th. Come here at the center and get your art on. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like you can draw or do anything, but I want you to come and to serve, to be here. And that is from 2 to 5. And we're going to do it with our youth. We're going to do it together. We're going to have a beautiful time. So our core value today is spiritual growth. Blessings.
Now, I don't know if you're like me or not, but I'm a little spoiled. I like to get what I want. I guess we're all that way, sort of, kind of in some way, but I'm really into it. I want to get what I want when I want it. And I can be a little whiny when I don't get what I want. I can be a lot whiny when I don't get what I want. So when I'm trying to make some dream come true, or in my life working on some big, huge manifestation, and I do all of my spiritual work, I do all my own work, like saying my prayers and staying focused and building a mental equivalent, which is a clear idea of exactly what you want in your life. So when I've done my part and still nothing happens, I don't like that. I don't like it, and I get a little whiny. Okay, I get a lot whiny. I don't know why the universe isn't working. I did everything right. I don't get it. There's no reason why this isn't happening. Do you ever hear yourself say things like that? Yeah. What's up with that? If God always says yes, and there's no power in the universe operating against us in this life, then why don't we get what we want when we want it? How is it that you can do all of your own work, you can do all the hard work that you're supposed to do everything that you're supposed to do spiritually, and still nothing happens? What's up with that? Well, my friend August Gold says this about prayer and the things that you want. She says, when you pray, one of two things happens. Either you get the very thing you prayed for, or you get the thing that's standing in the way of the thing you prayed for. For instance, if you're praying for somebody to love you and you don't love yourself, you're probably not going to attract the love of your life right away. More than likely, what's going to come up is your own feelings of unworthiness, that growing sense of unworthiness that's in your heart, which is the thing that's standing in the way of the thing you prayed for. You get it? You get it. Skip gets it. You know, everybody in life is looking for a sign from God. Oh, if I could just have a sign, then I'd know what to do. You know, we would love it if from the clouds, out of the clouds, a big hand would descend with a finger pointing some direction. It said, go that way, dude. You're going the wrong way. Turn around, go this way, do this thing. But that is not the way God, the universe, the power that creates all things in the universe, communicates with us. The truth is, when something serves the greater good of your soul, then all hell will break loose in order to get it to happen. All power in the universe is engaged and will move to create that very thing, to clear the path, to open the doors of opportunity for you. It'll be just like you driving down the street and every single light turns green. But when something does not serve in the best interest of the advancement of your soul, excuse me, absolutely nothing will happen. Everything will be blocked. Every door will shut down. Boulders will be put on your path. And if you keep going, you'll find barbed wire fences to try to get you to stop. And if you try to go down that path, if you try to force it, ignoring all the roadblocks, well, let me tell you, maybe you've done this. You know how uncomfortable it can be, and you know how hard life can be. It's a bumpy road. You see, this is how Spirit guides us. This is how the signs come. It opens the channels of opportunity and all the doors of opportunity that lead to your greater good and the advancement of your soul, and then it shuts down every single one that doesn't. So, with that said, here is the question I have for you today. Are you paying attention to what's not happening in your life? Are you paying attention and watching closely to what doors are closing in front of you? Look at the areas where you are struggling with so much. What are you trying really, really hard and keep trying to get to happen? What are you arguing for? And who are you fighting with? Because, my friends, that's where guidance is. That is a message directly from God, the sign that you've been waiting for, the message from Spirit that says, this is not the right thing for you to pursue. This does not serve the greater good of the evolution and the advancement of your soul, and it's not going to happen no matter how hard you try to force it. You see, our biggest struggle comes from trying to keep things alive that we should have let die a long time ago, and trying to force things to happen that aren't really supposed to happen. So I am always assigned the task of telling people the truth, sometimes the truth they don't really want to hear. I don't know why that became my lot in life, but here's the thing that no one's going to tell you. In life, there is a delicate balance between going for with all the gusto in your heart, your very best ideas and your best dreams. There's a delicate balance between doing that and giving up on them. And honestly, it's hard to know when to do what. Because certainly nothing is worthwhile in life without applying some effort. We do have to pay our own way through life with what our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, called mental and spiritual coin. And that means you are required to manifest your dreams and your desires, to do your part, to be diligent with your vision, to be dedicated to the rightness of your purpose, to follow through with as much passion as you can endure. But after you've done all that, and if you've done all that and still nothing is happening, if you find yourself just spinning your wheels and working harder and harder and harder to make something happen that's not happening, it's time to give up. Now, I get it. I do understand. Pursuing your dreams with passion is what brave souls like you do. It's what I do. I know you're persistent. I know you're stubborn. How do I know that? Because I know I am. I know you want what you want, and you don't want to give up. But sometimes the best strategy to get where you want to go in life is just to accept where you are right now. And sometimes getting what you want is a lot easier if you just start being a little happier with what you've already got. You get it? Yes. So this is the day at CSL where we participate in one of our most beloved rituals of the year. It's called the Burning Bowl. And we all love coming up here and throwing in our fire the papers that we have, the stuff that we've written down that we're done with for the year. We're always anxious to get rid of, COVID-19, the diseases and money problems and ex-lovers, people's names we write on. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. This time I'm really done with you. This is all a no-brainer, the stuff we want to get rid of, right? But maybe it's time to think about putting something else in this fire. Maybe it's time to give up on that idea that you've had to have children, or to own a business, or to be a rock star. Maybe that's just not going to happen for you. And I know it's sad to admit that. So please give yourself enough time to mourn that loss. But what might help you through the mourning process is to know that whatever that idea was, whatever that dream was, did not serve the highest good of your soul, the evolution and the advancement of your consciousness. Whatever that thing was just a shiny object that captured your ego that said, I want that. I want that. So trust that an intelligence even greater than you, what? What? There's an intelligence even greater than me? What? Trust that an intelligence even greater than you really does know what is best for your life. Trust that when you don't get what you want, that an even greater good than you are imagining for yourself is lying in the wait. But here's the thing, that greater good cannot get to you as long as you keep holding on with a tight grip the lesser good in your hands that you are refusing to let go of. As long as you keep insisting it has to happen the way you want it to. Maybe there's another way. Maybe there's a better way. Let it go. Give it up. Surrender to a higher power than your ego drive. And trust that the one true God of the universe, because there is only one, the great and the perfect lover that created you and created all of life in the universe because it loves. Trust that to guide you to the highest good for the evolution and the advancement of your soul. Because it will. You know how I know that? Because that's what love does. That's what love does. It puts directly on your path the greatest good you can imagine for yourself as a gift that you don't have to work so hard for. So now, I invite you to take a minute or two to think about what you're ready to let go of and write it down on that massive piece of paper that you were given. Yes? And then come up here and put your paper in this bowl, in one of these bowls. And if you're not into this kind of ritual and you don't feel comfortable doing it, well, then just sit back and enjoy all of us while we do. On the count of 3, are you sure you're ready to get rid of this? Really? I mean, are you really sure? It's almost too late. 1, 2, 3. And so ends the lesson. You know, giving up and surrendering and letting go is the hardest thing to do. It is the last step of our spiritual mind treatment, our prayer, is to release, is to let go, is to trust that a higher and a greater good is at work in the universe and at work in your life. It's easier to do that if you maintain a connection to Spirit, to Source. And one of the ways in which we do that is our spiritual practice we call meditation. So we're going to take some time to close our eyes, to be still, and to go within.
I breathe out, I breathe in, I am still, I go within. When I quiet my mind, in the stillness I find, Spirit leads me there, Spirit meets me there.
Let's be sure to leave behind whatever has burned in this bowl. And for you viewers online, create some ritual of your own so that you can finally be done with all the things that have limited you in the past. Let's stop telling the stories over and over again of our suffering and our victimhood. Let's stop re-energizing the limitations that took place in the past. Let's let go of the grip of negativity and restore our hearts to love. Where we came from, how we came in with love in our hearts and joy. Let's return home to that love. Let's stop fighting and struggling and working hard. Let's slow down for a minute and let our good catch up with us. Let's stop looking so far away for it. It might be just in front of you. With you as the source of all good in the universe, God, I release, I let go, I stop struggling. And I trust. And so it is.
So it is.
Just be still for just a few minutes. Life is a dance with the infinite. Sometimes you get to lead and sometimes you must follow. The art of it is to know when to do what. Keep leading with the best idea in your mind and stay open to what needs to shift and change, and follow the guidance of your heart, because it is love and joy that guides us to God. It is love and joy that guides us to our own purpose and fulfillment. Let's trust that guidance today. And so it is.
I breathe out, I breathe in, I am still, I go within. When I quiet my mind, in the stillness I find. Spirit meets me there. Spirit meets me there.
Okay, so we close our service as we always do with our guided meditation, our spiritual mind treatment, our prayer, and it is built around this affirmation card, and yours is exactly like mine, and this is a powerful one, so let's just say it aloud, please. I leave the past where it belongs, in the past. Let's know this together. We are surrounded, immersed, enveloped, and embraced by the life, the power, and the presence of God. Its love is eternal. Its love is unconditional. Nothing you can do can change its mind about you. It lives in the present moment, in the now moment, and has no memory of anything that has ever happened before this moment. We live in the now. Let's bring our consciousness and our presence back to where God is, to where love is, to where joy is, in this now moment, where the only life you can live is. We make a conscious effort right now, from this moment forward, to leave the past where it belongs, in the past. It is already done. It is already finished. Whatever we needed to learn from it, we have learned. Whatever value there was to gain, we have gained that value, and we are finished. We are complete. And we can move forward into a new year, into a new life, into a new you, ready to receive the richest blessings and the advancement and the enrichment of our souls, present with love and joy. Thank God. And so it is. See you next week, right here, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, CSL. Thank you for watching, and thanks for supporting CSL. If you'd like to know more about us, check us out on our website or social media. Blessings.